All right.
So did we
The humble
Episode 55.
I'm Justin, by the way. Feels like we haven't done this in a while. Almost forgot who you guys are.
Avery here.
I'm Justin.
I don't know who the fuck Justin is. This bird.
Excuse me. Excuse me, yes.
Right. This guy right here is Sco.
Sco Dylan Sesco. Joshua Dylan Scott.
AKA.
Joshua.
AKA. AKA.
Yeah.
Right.
Whole bunch.
Right. It's been a little while. We've,
Whole bunch of turmoil.
took some time off.
Tumultuous couple weeks.
Car issues.
Right.
Location issues.
Location issues.
Every kind of issue you can think of.
Yeah. Just
Yeast infections all around the table.
No. Pardon you, sir. Mine was gonorrhea.
I was going to say, how are you going to tell my secrets?
No.
So we're in the Medellin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the inside joke for now. We're gonna expose Sco
Go ahead,
right now.
get it
All
over
right,
with.
we're just
Get it
gonna
over with.
throw it out there. So,
We're in the
if
belly.
you're watching
We're in the
the
belly
video-
of the beast.
well, you're the one who encountered.
I located it.
Right? Yeah, because you have the nose for shit like that, right?
Yeah, if you guys
Thumb.
don't notice, we're
Nose.
temporarily in a different place right now.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Trying to.
So I asked this guy, hey, cool, smoke a little something out back. And he's like, yeah, go ahead, just go outside. Okay, cool. So I go outside and I fire up my little thing, and I'm looking around and not even paying attention. I'm like, God, that looks like a weed plant that needs a little water.
Shriveled.
That's a fucking weed plant.
Right.
Hey, Sco, your weed plant's about to die out here. Is it cool if we put some water on it? He's like, there's no weed plant out there. I'm like, yeah, there is. No. There might be some tomato plants out there, but
Right.
there's definitely not a marijuana plant out there.
Right.
No, Sco, I beg to differ.
Yeah. He didn't know he
My
was talking
education.
to a connoisseur of.
Green thumb.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
That-
That your mom's a
cartel leader.
A weed peddler.
Yeah.
Huh?
I didn't know she was talking to Pablo on the reg.
smoking that wacky.
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, I don't know what's going on. I couldn't tell you. We have a disabled family member. Maybe that's why I wasn't privy to this. So I don't know.
If it makes you feel any better, it's so shriveled and half to death. I mean, the only thing you could possibly use that for is the leaves. Maybe make some tea.
Well, if you know about it, then
We're
you might
making
have
rope. See the
Hemp rope. Hemp.
yeah.
Well, if you knew about it, you got to get cut in on it, and so that's why she
exactly.
kept it
That's why.
real
Now
quiet.
I'm gonna get whacked.
Right. You're done. You're done. Yeah.
And,
no.
and if anyone watching knows where I live and wants to plot on that, that shriveled little plant,
4
out
foot
there,
tall.
just I don't care what condition it's in, I'll still shoot you.
Yeah,
right?
hey, it is-
I will still shoot
Take
you.
my word for it. It's not worth your time at all. You're not getting any proper buzz off of that.
Yeah,
so
I
go
don't
ahead
care
and-
if it was brown and just falling apart as you walk out the backyard. I'm still shooting you in your fucking head. All right?
Yeah.
Over that weed plant.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the principle.
Yeah. For sure.
And if I didn't, Pablo would take me out anyway.
That's your job.
You're supposed to fucking
You got to be a Sicario.
yeah.
I mean,
Tend to that plant, sir.
You're born
Tend to
into
that
it.
plant. Well, now that you know that it's a fucking marijuana plant, maybe you'll actually put some water on it for
put some love on it.
you know.
I didn't know.
That's a magical plant in your backyard.
I don't have any dominion over that area.
I put some water on it. And I think it's come bouncing back. She
Does it want to join the podcast?
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Whatever.
You stumble across all kinds of things that you don't even know
Fun
is
stuff.
here.
Oh, there's forts back there.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
chickens. and-
Forts, chickens, cats.
Yeah.
There's a turtle around there somewhere.
Really?
Oh my.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
show you guys
shit.
the turtle. Don't even worry.
It's not a snapping turtle, is it?
No, it's a little
My
mini
cock
one.
hangs low to the ground, and you might think it's food. All right.
Little meal.
A little snack.
Little appetizer.
Who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? You might mistake it for a worm. Fucking around, dude. But yeah, no, that's fucking weird to walk into your spot and I know how straight and narrow, you know what I mean, both your parents are and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and they got a half dead marijuana plant. It looks like up until probably when they left, they were watering it
Because it does have some height to it, and it's almost time to flower. If not, it should be right in the beginning of time of flower. So it's going to be peeking those fences in the next couple of weeks too.
You might want to cut the top.
Bend that fucker over, from what I hear.
Like I said, I don't have any dominion over anything that's going on back there. I'm just a resident.
Yeah, just a lowly guy.
Sicario. I'm just part of the Sicario.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just a watch.
Enough of exposing the drug lord over here.
Well, you should have privileges to it. You should have all the privilege to that. You know why?
Why is that?
Because you're a fucking man.
I thought you were gonna say because I was white.
That too.
And you're white.
That too.
That means it's the second one that's not there's yours.
Right. No, that's a stamp though. That's for sure. Like fucking something that we talked about after doing the women privilege, which probably drew some
ire.
Yeah. Right. We
That
talked
was a
about.
fun one though. That was funny.
It wasn't bad.
I loved
it. Wasn't bad.
It was
we
mostly
didn't.
jokes.
Yeah, we
and
didn't.
mind you, we are joking.
We didn't get too fucking frivolous.
We're like
with the
35%
jokes,
serious. And it's up to you to decide which 35% it is.
The foundation of
yeah.
everything we say is 100% true.
Right.
It's the details.
Right. The minor specks there that we're painting the picture. The minor specks. Those are just fucking. Those are flamboyant fucking colors, and we're just joking around. But
I have been known to stretch the truth.
Sure, we all have, aren't we?
Embellish.
Yeah.
Embellish the truth a little bit.
Right. So,
so we did talk about the female privilege, and we thought it would only be fair eventually to talk about the flip side.
Yeah. And why not?
What are some of the things you guys enjoy?
P standing up.
That was my first one. That was my first one.
That's the.
I love that.
Yeah.
Some meat and
love
potatoes. That's the nuts and berries right there. That's number one, huh?
That's not number one. No. That's just one of the first things that comes to mind. Because if you've ever
It just makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah. A little bit?
Navigating the terrain out here.
Yeah.
It makes it a little easier when you can just pull up anywhere.
On any terrain.
Yeah.
Any terrain.
Yeah.
I mean, some women can too if they're trained.
Properly, right? And they're not spraying like cats.
Yeah. I don't. To be honest, I don't know how that works. I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. Do they pull the flap up a little bit and fucking push a little harder?
Little peel back first.
I don't know. I've seen a chick piss in a urinal though on fucking video. You know what I mean? World star.
But we can do that with no hands.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
They have to spread
Do you
it.
remember?
Angle it. You know?
Remember as kids, like in elementary school, you see how far back you could stand and
Yeah.
piss into the urinal.
Well, you got to pinch the tip like a balloon.
Oh, player, you
Used to
guys
be like across the whole.
I never did that. I'm not
Yeah,
into the
neither did
burning
that.
sensation on my fucking cockhead.
For
Tell you what.
16 feet of piss, I am.
Oh, I'm good. Thanks though.
When you're riding out Union City on the floor in front of your buddy Raul's house. Shout out Raul. That was about a week ago.
You guys were.
I was really.
So you were
drunk.
You were training for the pissing competition, huh? How far you can get away from the
No, I
urinal
was
and
holding
piss.
it. I was holding
Okay.
the pissing contest.
Right. That's.
Yeah, I was really drunk in front of
A
my
week
buddy's
ago?
house. Yeah, about a week ago. I was really drunk. I like.
Yeah, I was talking about like the early
Out of
90s here.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was talking about pinching the tip for distance. I just
Okay.
did that the other day in front of a crowd. It was a crowd pleaser. It is every time.
I'm gonna be as gentle as I can when I say this. You're almost 40, bro. The pissing matches stop.
When I was like 6, you only get like 10 feet. Now, got some back pressure. My prostate's good.
2025.
Oh fuck!
Easy.
Depends on if you pinch it vertically or horizontally.
Okay, well, we were talking about male privilege. What are the other male privileges you guys think that makes us the winners and women the losers? Go, let's you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know if I would put it in those terms.
well, hey,
I've gotten in enough trouble.
Hey, again, we're shooting jokes out. You guys, if you get offended, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you hurt your little butthole. Fucking whatever. Okay, but what else? What other?
Little buttholes. We get to have little buttholes. They don't get stretched out.
It depends on where you're at.
All right.
Yeah, I'm talking about straight males.
Jesus Christ. All right. Don't put your phone down,
I
Bert.
have pride in my little butthole. I don't know.
That's fucking. We're not talking pissing contests and then little buttholes on men. Okay,
Oh, okay.
we're not. That's completely absurd.
Sorry,
You
I
guys
thought
are
that was
fucking-
on the docket.
Fuck, dude. That's on the ballot. You know what I'm saying?
I
You're
thought that was on
voting.
the agenda. I don't know.
I had that
Jesus
in my
Christ.
notes somewhere.
We've been away too long. You guys are fucking rambunctious. You just keep spitting them out, don't you?
How about having not having to have to carry the baby? We get to just we get to make the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get to go out and get
Not
cigarettes
feed.
and never come
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Right.
come smelling like alcohol.
Yeah.
I wasn't at the bar.
Our saggy tits are our choice, right? You know what I'm saying?
Just think though, if you want to be a deadbeat, how much harder it is as a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have to carry the baby. You have to wait 9 months. Like God, another 9 months so I can get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Dump
right.
it off on the dad.
Yeah, that's probably why it's rare, right? They
Yeah.
probably get some kind of sort of bond to the baby.
Yeah. And
You
it's
know?
like you can't hide that. Your family's gonna know you had a kid.
Yeah.
And you stepped out on it.
Right.
A dad, you can kind of keep it hush.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
There's
Yeah,
so
as a
many
male.
people. I was like, they have a 15-year-old daughter.
Right.
What? I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
know that.
There was good friends of mine. I didn't find out they
Yeah,
had
yeah.
kids until they were like 6.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know.
And
if I
I'm
could've-
totally joking about the deadbeat thing, by the way.
Yeah. No, I mean they're out there though. They're out there. They're out there plotting exactly
Yeah.
what you just said. Fucking, you know, whether it's fucking their next fucking booze-ridden night or fucking, I don't know, maybe they're putting smack in their arm.
Yeah.
But you know, they're out there. They're out there. But this is we're getting off topic though. Well, men privilege,
Yeah.
men privilege. What other
Yeah,
men privilege
this
do we
one
have?
was
That's,
this one was harder for me to like come up with ideas because I feel like male privilege, like most people sort of know what it is, and it's all like bad stuff. It's not like funny shit.
Right.
Like, female privilege is funny shit.
yeah.
Because this is because they're not oppressing people like like men are really as much on the same level, right?
True.
But like
very
men.
true.
Like men are like beating the shit out of women and raping women
Right.
at a much higher rate.
For
right?
sure. Well, I don't know. Some states that might be up for debate.
But the point is that men do more awful shit.
Right.
So it was
Yeah.
harder for me to come up with jokes. Like, haha, we can beat the shit out of women. Like, isn't that funny?
Oh, you can't work in the corporate world unless
Yeah.
you wear a skirt.
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You can walk by my desk and I can grab your ass and get away with it. Ha ha.
Yeah.
That's
Male
great.
privilege.
Not so much anymore.
That's
but
funny shit.
I mean,
I'm
shit,
sorry.
dude.
Think of like after World War II, though. When
Oh,
women
my
first
God.
started entering the workforce, like
Yeah.
en masse,
Yeah.
they were probably treated like,
Oh, they're degraded.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. That's. I mean,
Oh man.
it's sad but true.
right,
Right? It's sad but true.
yeah.
But
So that is, I'm having a hard time finding the jokes.
I mean,
Well, I got one. When you're a male and you're amongst siblings, you're always going to be able to do way more than your sister.
Oh, yeah.
physically,
Always.
you mean?
Just in
Or
We can get to that after.
oh,
That is another point of concern.
God.
That is.
Oh,
an
you
area.
mean like stay out past?
No, I'm talking
you know,
about
a
be a
certain
little
hour.
player. Your dad's gonna be like, so you fucker,
Yeah, you tapping that, Sean?
you give it to it.
Yeah.
That's,
Or they'll shake their head like, "Ah, this kid's crazy."
yeah,
He's got
Yeah.
3 girlfriends. Listen,
Yeah.
tell him, son.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he's sneaking over to this girl's house.
Right.
He's-
I've never heard a dad say, "Dude, my daughter's got 3 boyfriends at
Yeah.
15. Check it out." No.
yeah.
No, it's not
You sucking his dick, right, honey?
yeah.
Oh my
Do you know how to do
Yeah.
it right? Yeah, no, that's
In the social media age, like if there's a kid who has like Instagram and he's a popular kid in high school, it's fine for him to get a ton of likes.
sure.
He could post fucking shirtless.
All
that,
day.
That free fucking 6-pack you didn't have to work for. You're just
Right.
young. You
Right.
fuckers. I hope it goes away soon.
Oh, he's only got like 3 years
Fall
left
off.
of
Yeah.
that little
Right.
fucker. Yeah,
but they don't know that.
Yeah,
So, anyways, like that's fine. But then if a girl does that,
she's thought.
people are like contacting their parents. Like, have you
Sure.
seen what your daughter's posting and all this shit?
Yeah, yeah, it's a little,
So, yeah.
little too much cleavage, little, cut off shorts, little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right. Like guys, as kids or
Such double
teenagers,
standards.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge. And most of the reasoning is because he's a boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's not coming home pregnant. You can.
Right, but
Yeah.
isn't that a way? Isn't that like Can't that be untrained though under a certain roof?
No,
under a certain
I don't think
household?
men will ever have kids.
No.
Science is doing some shit.
Well, they're still not men.
Men will never have kids, motherfucker. You got a kid at home right now.
I'm talking about physically. I'm birth to child is what I'm saying.
You mean born out of their ass or something like that?
Yeah, it's due to our anatomy. It's physically impossible for us to carry a child. Now, a transgender male crossover that still has their female stuff intact, because there's a couple of those straight men-looking women
What are their
that are
names?
pregnant.
Butch?
Oh, okay.
Is that what they're referred to these days? Are they butch?
No, I don't think a transgender man is butch.
Where are they?
I think like a lesbian who
Oh my God.
a lesbian who dresses more masculine would be a butch, right?
Okay.
Or a stud, I think is the other
stud.
term.
Okay.
That's like I don't know.
That's
you
no,
guys
that's
tell
a,
us.
that's a,
I was gonna say
that's
I don't know.
that's
but I don't think butch covers like a transgendered.
No, that's
man.
just a masculine.
Too
think
many
that's for
terms.
lesbians.
Too
I
many
think that's for
terms.
lesbians.
Too many. I'm used to butch. I'm used to what you just used. Too many terms. All right. Too many terms. The transgender, and then they have the cisgender male, and the too many terms. Too many terms.
Yeah.
All right. So back to the men being stronger and more masculine, and the breadwinners at home.
Well, what carries over from the last one is just like men in general can party harder without getting judged.
Oh, absolutely.
Men
Very
can
true.
come home
Yeah.
from the factory and stop at the bar first.
Absolutely.
Very true.
You
They
know
could
what
be
I mean?
asleep out in front of the bar, and
Right.
look at Bill,
Yeah.
he did it again.
His wife will come pick him up and
Right, yeah.
talk shit on the way
Fucking
home.
Bill, I told you don't go to this goddamn bar.
Yeah.
Blowing your whole fucking paycheck. We got you. We got mouths to feed. Yeah.
So I think even a guy in his like 40s or 50s, like say like a rich guy just partying,
Right.
getting whores.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Traveling at the hotel bars.
Right.
Picking up women in his suit.
Midlife
Right.
crisis.
That's like it's like
Yeah.
like this guy's wild. He's
So-
he's a bachelor. He gets like a cool term.
So you're saying being able to pick up hookers on the street is a male privilege because we don't see much
if a
men hookers, right?
If a female if it came out somehow that a female had ordered a male prostitute while in Vegas,
Okay.
or if it came out that a male had ordered a female prostitute in Vegas, I guarantee it'd be more if a woman did that. I'm not saying they shouldn't. Do
Right.
you.
I almost feel like a lot of women would be more empowered. Like, yeah, that's right, do you?
I got some dick and didn't have to cuddle with. Yeah.
Yeah. That's-
But the thing is, with men getting a prostitute, there's a big difference.
Right.
If you're doing it because you're pathetic.
Yeah, we don't even have to get out of the truck.
Yeah, if you're in your pickup truck and you're fucking coming home from that factory job, but your
Sure.
wife left you because you got caught outside the bar too many
right,
times.
right.
Then it's like pathetic and gross.
Well,
But then if you're a rich guy doing cocaine and fucking got a suite at the fucking
Oh,
Wynn,
it's expected.
then it's cool.
It's expected.
well,
Not cool, but it's like
you're
you
still
can get past it.
you're still pretty
Fool's right.
you're still pretty down on your luck. I mean, if you're, you know what I mean, just to describe like with
But
the,
just
with the
having
cocaine
money,
and-
and being dressed well.
So if you
Yeah.
if you have
Get
an
away with
overdose inside of the bunny shop,
right,
what does that make you when you
Lamar Odom,
when you Lamar Odom yourself?
yeah,
And everybody knows that you are
yeah,
you're the scum. You're scum.
you're scumbag,
in
right?
that
Yeah.
moment, but now
You think he's
he's
ever?
still walking into wherever he wants to walk into, and people are excited to see him.
Lamar.
He's not. Well, I don't know if he's ever coming back from that though. There's no overcoming that.
Has he spent his money yet? He's got to be broke.
You don't OD in a.
He was dead,
whorehouse.
right? I thought he was dead. Everybody was like writing him off. Oh, he's dead.
He was pretty
Right?
bad
He's in a
shape.
coma or something like that for sure. I don't know how much cocaine you'd have to do or free balls you have to do to fucking be put in a coma, but whatever he did, he went too far. He went too far.
Wasn't he doing dick pills too? So it was all the dick pills, and if I'm not mistaken, those dick pills raise your blood pressure.
They fuck with your heart.
I
yeah.
haven't
And-
been keeping up on Lamar Odom's dick, so I don't.
Well,
I'm not keeping up on his dick. I'm just,
Well, you don't have to keep up. All you have to do is how would it happen like 2 years ago? Like fucking just walk by an aisle and see on the front cover of a tabloid that Lamar Odom fucking was
Okay.
on horny goat weed. Is that what it's called?
I drove
like that.
by the Bunny Ranch a couple months ago.
I've been
How's
in
that?
it.
I didn't
I've
know
been
where
in
it
them.
was. Oh,
Yeah,
the Bunny Ranch, the famous one.
I've been
though?
through 90% of them. Yeah, they're pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I've been kicked out of most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
How-
some good stories.
How'd that happen?
Trying to piss
Which
too far
time?
from the urinal.
Oh God, which time? No, actually, my story getting kicked out's not that funny. I just, at the time, I was like all in love, and so I was, no, guys,
So you were at the Bunny Ranch?
I'll be at the Bunny Ranch with you guys, but I'm really gonna sit at the bar, and you can't. If you ain't buying pussy, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go sit in the car.
Yeah. Go
Fucking
sit in the car.
pussy.
But guess where you're
That's
at? It's Nevada.
Yeah.
Right.
Sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Do you know how hot that is?
Well,
You got to buy something. Well, if I buy a lot of drinks, can I sit? Well, yes. And I had a great hour of just talking to these girls, getting fucked up, and they're having a good time.
That's cool.
It was crazy.
How many drinks did you buy in there?
At least 10.
All right.
I got fucked.
How many did you buy for the whores?
Oh, I was buying. I easily spent $200 in there.
Oh God.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
I'm a cheapskate. I
Should
couldn't
have
do
just
it.
got a blowjob.
Hey. Cheers.
I was about 4 inches short.
Oh God. Fuck. Yeah. No. That's
You know when you're in love and you're just all powered and you're like, no, I'd never do that.
Totally.
We broke up now.
Sco's like full of shit right now.
You've been so in love, you won't get a
No, that's
blowjob.
another thing when you go there.
No.
Your mental image of what these women look like, you've got these like mental images and they're all just going to be top. No, these are all pretty scraggly. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well, meth is heavy in Nevada.
I was just
right?
going to say, they don't end up at a bunny ranch with drop dead gorgeous features usually.
Right.
Well,
Usually.
the dentist, whatever his name is, Bunny Ranch, they have like
was
he has
at that one?
porn stars and stuff.
Okay.
Here and there.
All right.
Yeah, and not all of them.
Yeah, but dude, a lot of them are pretty rough.
Dude,
on the
male
edges.
privilege. Male porno stars get paid more than female porno stars. I googled
No,
it.
they don't.
I googled it.
No way.
Yes, they do.
Maybe the certain top prospects might, but as a whole, no way.
Yeah.
I heard that being a porn star as a male is actually pretty hard
Really?
Literally.
because you have to. Yeah, it's probably different now because most porn is like shot amateur style. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? They just grab a camera and fuck.
Right.
But, like
it's not
before-
vivid or what is it? The angels.
Yeah, when they used to do like the sets and like the lighting and they have
Right.
like the mist and shit.
Sure.
Like the old school ones, like you would have to like keep your dick hard for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah, cut.
Like, yeah, exactly.
No, what am I supposed to do?
And you can't bust. Like you got to keep going. Like no, you're not done yet. You're not. And then you got to bust on command.
You kidding me? Your boy could be a porno star. I'll tell you what, Doc. I'm out here, Rock Johnson,
but
right
think
now.
if you're
Right
doing-
now.
But if you're doing it all the time,
Hey, man.
I don't know. It might get kind of rough.
I'm a
I'll
pro.
get you on the next one, babe.
Yeah, right. Semi-pro. No, but that's it's definitely one of the things that's frowned upon with the women. You know what I'm saying? But
Porn.
well, no, yeah, of course. If you're a porno star and a woman, you
There's
know
one
what's
too.
crazy
They're
though?
one too. Like, could you imagine if your son called you up and said, "Hey, making ends meet, doing a little porn"?
Right.
You'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
You'd be like, eh.
This is off topic, but we were at the we were staying in Vegas, me and my girl, and there happened to be a chick at the pool. It was like a penthouse pool or whatever, and we had like one of her bosses let us use the condo or whatever. So we're in there. It's the Veer Towers, right by the Aria, and we see this chick, and she's pretty gorgeous, right? Tatted, and when I say tatted, this but everywhere,
Yeah.
and I mean everywhere,
Yeah.
right? So my girl's sitting there. My girl's drunk. You know what I'm saying? She's sitting there making small talk with her and shit like that. And come to find out, it's Bonnie Rotten, right? Porno star, huge, gagging reflex. You know the one with the, she gets the mascara and it starts.
That's too much
drooling.
for me.
Well, whatever the case is, but she's sitting there talking to my girl. My girl is like intrigued to
It's
ask
very
her
intriguing
questions.
to talk
You
to
make
the.
how much a week,
Dude, but she's asking her questions like, "This is where you reside? Well, wait, this is where you live? Wait, they shoot here? Like, and I'm thinking,
they're shooting in Vegas.
Women should probably be more thrown off by, sitting next to a fucking porno star, right? Like, oh God, a little grossed out maybe. No, my girl was just like making conversation, small talk. I don't know how other women out there would deal with the situation, but like, it was kind of weird for me because I'm sitting back and I'm like, I'm fat, I got my shirt off and shit, and I was definitely checking her out, but I ain't got nothing for her. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know, but it was just weird the way my girl and Maggie they were interacting with the chick and she was being super friendly. Like
most of them are pretty down to earth.
questions. Yeah, she was hella cool.
Most if you're in that, I'm not saying sex worker. If you're in like when I was at that bunny ranch, and most of the women that I talked to were so down to earth, I couldn't believe it. I was talking to this black chick from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. She was like, "I'm married. I got children at home." She was like, "I come out here for 3-4 months, and I have enough money to go back, and my man and my family eat comfortably, for the whole year."
Yeah, George is fucking what you pay fucking $100 rent out there
whole year. She was like, "Oh no, baby, I do this because I want to. Nobody's forcing me to do this. I got children. My husband does not mind."
Right.
And I was just blown away.
Right. Well, that's most of the time. That's
blown
the case,
away.
Right?
I was blown away.
Who's the dude who damn near killed the woman though? He was a UFC fighter.
War Machine.
War Machine and Christy Mack.
Yeah, Christy Mack's a fucking bad.
I know people who have even trained with him down there. He's always been a pretty alpha male dude, you know what I mean? But there was also a soft side of him. He's had his own rough life, and what he did to her is there's no coming back from that.
For
Don't
sure,
get me
he's
wrong,
done.
but he beat her with inches of her life. I say 10 years is cool, but
they gave her 25. Gave 25 with an L.
They gave him an L.
Yeah, they're trying to give he's gonna get out. He's gonna eat because she didn't die. No one died, but he's gonna do 20 good years in ass pounding prison. Which I mean, who's gonna really run up on him and try and take his cheeks? He's a UFC fighter that's nuts.
Without all the steroids and shit, he's so skinny now. I saw a picture of him recently, and I was like,
"Well, you see what they do? They always
that's him, like
male privilege. You know, they shrivel up when they go to court so they can be in front of the judge like I'm meek."
Oh no, this was after. This was after he'd been sentenced and everything. They showed a picture of him. Dude, he looks skinny as me now.
Yeah,
I mean he was hubbed up.
That's fucked up. Pardon me, but that's what you get for fucking hating on your porno fucking girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? She's sucking a million dicks. What could she have done to you that's so bad?
What was she doing earlier that day? Probably.
Right. And you come home and want to beat her up? It's weird.
Oh, he beat the brakes off a dude too.
Oh, that's right. She was cheating on him.
I'm not laughing. I'm sorry.
Oh, she was cheating on him, but she was a porno star.
That makes no sense.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
They charged him with rape too because he tried to fuck her, but he couldn't get hard because he's in the middle of fucking beating the shit out of her, and I guess he threw her in the shower and ripped her clothes. I've followed that case a little bit, and dude, he crossed the line definitely. Yeah. He went to really go kill her, and when he went to go get, because he broke a knife off in her ear.
Wow.
And went to go get another knife, and that's when she bailed out a window and booty naked, beat up, went into her next door neighbor's house, and
well, that's pretty fucking disturbing.
That's how it ended. So I think that's why they gave him so much time too. It wasn't like he was like, okay.
It was attempted murder. Yeah, they charged him with attempted murder.
Oh yeah,
yeah. It's
male privilege.
Yeah, right. It wasn't. No one died. Did you die? You didn't. No one died.
You'll be fine. A little plastic surgery. Right. You'll be back.
Right. Yeah.
Does she still do porn? Does anybody know?
I think she does, dude. I think she's back.
I know a couple porn stars. They're all pretty cool.
Yeah. They're not. I mean,
I went to a like industry party one night that was absolutely one of the wildest nights of my young little life at that time, and still to this day. The stories I have from that place were really fun. Really fun.
Just us having this conversation.
See if a girl said that. Like, I went to this porn party.
Right.
Yeah.
It was great. It was the time of my life. People would be.
Exactly. Just this conversation we're having right now is male privilege. I mean.
Because if you heard guys talking like this on the bus, you'd be like, fucking pigs. But if you heard girls talking like this on the bus, you'd be like.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
But don't lie. Every man likes a hoe.
Yeah,
every man loves a hoe.
We all marry hoes. Every man on this planet is going to marry a hoe. That's a fact.
So when you see a guy walking around with a girl that looks like shit, she gives really good sloppy head. Right. Probably.
No,
I would hope.
The thing about it is though is and the reason why I say every man is going to marry a hoe is because they're reformed hoes everywhere you look. And to be brutally honest, no one wants a Betty Crocker fucking Susie Homemaker,
Miss Missionary.
Yeah, no one wants fucking a nun at home unless it's a slutty nun, right?
Yeah.
But like every man's fantasy is the person that they lay with every single night to have some dirty, nasty.
Don't ever kiss my kid's cheek again.
Right. You know, so like I'm a firm believer that, you know, and you know, no offense to any of the guys who love their women wholeheartedly and, you know, take offense to me saying that your girlfriend's a fucking hoe or your wife's a hoe. But that's where it's going. That's my statement. I'm living, I'm breathing by it. I'm not saying mine's isn't a hoe.
Everybody
Reformed.
has a little hoe in them.
Right.
You have to go through a hoe period at the
Right.
very least.
Right. What are men called that are hoes though?
Players.
Right? Privilege.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a player now.
No, we're allowed to do whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody's really keeping count on us. People are keeping count on the women.
I am.
And if you think about it, let's say we're to the ages that we're at now, and let's say a woman was in her career, master's programs, and she's been busy.
Yeah.
And she's only fucked one dude a year for 10, 15 years of college. Do the math.
Reformed hoe.
But that's only one a year. Let's say
And?
she only has time to go out and get some dick once a year. But she's been in college for 15 years. You're like, God damn. That doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, no.
If I was a woman and I was an older woman, getting dick once a year?
That's it. But that's what I mean, though. Like, I'm all accepting of it. Some dudes I know aren't accepting of that. You've had fucking 20 dudes? She's 30. No, she's 37, 38.
Yeah.
You've had 20 dudes your whole life? You're a bop.
No.
Well, you know.
That's not that many,
I
actually.
used to care about that, but as you get older, you don't
Yeah.
care as much.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really depends on
Her activity in the bedroom.
that. But I mean, as far as the history, I judge it based on like. I feel like women, if they're empowered with their activities, then it's like whatever, fuck whoever you want.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Own
when,
it.
when I feel like they're like the meek one and the guys are taking advantage, that's when I'm like, he got you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't.
But I try not to even trip on it.
Yeah,
anymore.
it's because you're not. What are you? I am not the cleanest person sitting at this table right now. I'm positive of it, right?
What are you trying to say?
well, you know, here I am. I'm gonna, but like that, me casting
clean
judgment
as fuck.
on a hoe, right, or a chick who likes to, you know, suck all kinds of dicks frequently. Like that's like me casting judgment on you for, you know, beating your dick 4 times a day and you got a girlfriend. Like, gives a fuck, right? It doesn't matter. You know, it's the same, right? That's like me judging him for, right? His sexual activities, but I'm gonna, I don't know. You know, like, dude.
No,
it
I
doesn't
mean, as
matter.
you get older, it definitely doesn't matter as much. Oh, good job.
Rudeness.
Good job.
Rudeness.
Can you guys please wait?
Let's see what this is.
This is my son.
Oh,
Oh,
I got a FaceTime call with you.
what?
Should I hit the FaceTime?
we're talking about cocks and fucking all kinds of other shit right now. You want to answer your phone? Yeah.
I was.
Answer your phone so we can sit here and talk about how men are privileged by watching
I
fucking...
guarantee if we asked his 11-year-old perspective on this, he'd say something really funny. Guaranteed.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because we're stronger. Guys are stronger.
Cock strong, Dad. We're cock strong.
I got a pole, not a hole.
Oh, God, dude. Yeah,
I mean,
no.
we definitely have more privilege, the more traditional, the gender roles, like in your household.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like the classic thing is like I said, the guy who'll stop at the bar after he gets off work, or will go home and expect dinner ready and expect all this and that, right?
Sure.
And like that was a cool setup, like when women were the homemakers,
Right.
home moms,
Right.
and he would go to the factory all
Wait
day.
a second. Were? I'm
I
kidding.
mean, not
I'm
you know,
kidding.
not nearly as much.
I'm kidding.
So,
small
but I'm
joke.
saying,
Small joke.
so the guy would come home, and it was kind of like, well, now your job is to have dinner ready, whatever.
Right.
That makes sense. But then women entered the workforce, right?
Yeah.
Now most women also work.
Yeah.
Right.
And then some men still expect them to be the ones that cooks every night.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
There's not enough time in the
then
day.
then let her
Right.
let her quit her job and take care of her then. And
Right.
then she can make your dinner. But like some men still have that in their heads, like, oh, well, you're the woman, you're supposed to cook. And I was like, yeah, that was before they were.
What do they call that
too.
in with Mexican men? Because that's prevalent. That's a high point.
I know the term.
Machismo or something, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Like
Mas machismo or something.
Something burnt. Like I don't feel in that way at all. You know what I mean? I don't expect dinner, and if I expect dinner, then
cook.
Yeah, let me get off my ass cooking myself. What I do expect is for my girlfriend or my better half to be a fucking whore. Okay, all right. There's, you know what I mean. There's So
you'd rather bedroom facilities than kitchen facilities. So if she never cooked another meal again, but she gave great sloppy head, you wouldn't care.
She does both right now.
But
so you know what I mean.
That's a little more than I wanted to know.
Well, it's not a choice. It's not.
You brought the reality.
I wasn't speaking hypothetically, dude. From the beginning, dog. I'm telling the God's honest truth. I want what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have what I want, and she's gonna have what she wants also, right? And she's
hopefully,
but she's also not gonna have the expectation of me telling her that she needs to cook every fucking night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not going to put, she's not going to be the one who bathes my son every night. She's not going to be the one who fucking sings him a fucking lullaby. You know what I mean? Like, I could do all that shit, but in return, I like that ass up, face down shit. You know what I'm talking about?
And the classic is woman in the streets, freaking the sheets, right? That's the classic.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, that's what every guy wants.
Right. Right. This is turning into more about women than it is about men, and this is a male.
Like I said, it was hard because it was like.
Have you heard how the
privilege is fucked up?
Wasn't it on The Sopranos or something? He's like, "You want me to do that with my wife? That's why I got other women. She kisses my kids with that mouth."
That's great.
It made sense. I was like,
"It does."
Holy shit, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no,
I don't agree.
Yeah,
100%. But it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, most male privilege is like fucked up shit.
Yeah,
really.
Well, what's some of the fucked up shit? Let's jump off
workplace. Just we make more money.
Nah,
I don't
not
think
today.
I don't
not
think
in this
that's
day and
true.
age.
I think that's.
Are you guys high?
Listen.
No.
I think that's a false narrative.
Let's not.
No, I was totally on board with that, with equality, but then someone broke it down that a lot of it has nothing to do with if two people just as qualified get the same job, they get paid the same.
Same, right.
But the disparity comes in the traditional gender roles.
Right.
So a lot of women will get jobs that they're not trying to make it to the top.
Sure.
They're just cruising.
Sure.
Right? Because the male in the relationship is still the breadwinner.
Right.
So
to a certain extent, yeah.
Disparities like that is where the wage gap comes in.
Right.
What I heard.
They're doing jobs. They're like what is it? Like for example, I think we've talked about this before, but like nannies, right?
Yeah, stuff like that.
There's not many nannies. There's not. That's not a lane for men.
How many girl construction workers are there?
I see tons of them, dude.
Tons?
Not tons.
Tons?
Enough? Dude, I'm
in my whole year of
how many women are applying though?
Not any woman that does apply is going to get a job.
Right. So
because.
is that an inequality in money? Because they're not, because the same rate you'd get for being a construction worker, she'd get the same.
No, she never.
Yeah, she would.
I don't.
There's laws about this, Bird.
Yeah, and because of those laws, they're not going to make the same.
There could still be
the same.
When they walk on, you have to earn your way.
Well, in certain,
so just because you walk on, don't mean shit.
But if you walk
you're still picking up trash. Like I'm trying to think of when I was in my job. When was the last time I saw a woman? I saw a woman laborer. I saw a couple females on a sheetrock crew in a big project in San Jose. But I'm talking about out of seeing thousands of construction workers.
No. But the inequalities in that can't be compared to if a woman's a flight stewardess for 5 years, right? And she's good at her job, whatever, you know what I mean? And she's gotten rate increases, merit increases, and shit like that, right? You come in, you're not automatically getting paid more than her. There's no fucking way.
No.
But no. But there was a time when
for sure
that happened.
But I hear nowadays the wage gap is more of a cultural thing.
Yeah, it's not from someone like if you're a walk on at a construction site and another chick's a walk on at the construction site, you guys aren't foremen or whatever, she's getting paid the same as you.
Yeah.
It's
then I
not.
also heard
the
that
gaps it's shrinking.
Yeah, and they say that men are more
That's
like
bullshit.
It is.
No. How many years did? Okay, now if she had spent her life growing up on a farm or whatever scenario, I'm not saying it has to be on a farm. Whatever scenario gave her hammer swinging, dirt digging, or moving. If she has skills, great. But I grew up doing that shit. I grew up building. I grew up building jumps for my bikes. I built forts. So I grew up doing this shit. So to start off on a base level, most of the time, construction, I guess, is bad because
That's
hands-on.
bad.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a bad
hands-on.
I think you're proving
comparison.
our point because you have more experience. That's
Exactly.
where the gap comes.
Exactly.
The gap isn't just discrimination against women.
Right.
And of course, that's out there.
It is.
And it used to be. It used to be definitely way more prevalent.
right.
Totally kidding.
No, but it used to be way more prevalent. But I hear nowadays, like when it comes to gender inequality with wages, I'm 100% for equality. But I'm saying the facts.
I think we all are.
Yeah, the facts are that the wage gap thing is more of a myth now because it's more cultural than actual discrimination.
I don't see how, like the same way you asked about the construction workers, how many registered nurses do you see that are men?
A lot more than women construction workers. I've spent a lot of time in hospitals. There's a lot of men nurses nowadays.
More now.
There's a lot of men nurses.
mean-
But that's the point though, is that men and women would often chase different career paths.
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of that stuff comes in.
Yeah.
But I mean, if there's still like corporate cultures where women get discriminated against for sure. I'm not saying anything.
Right.
about
No.
that. I'm just saying that
We just got to reach out and grab him in the pussy.
totally. Then we can be president.
That's powerful right there, sir. That's
Male
powerful.
privilege.
That's game
Fuck,
right there.
That's powerful right there.
Speaking of, the walls are closing in. You fuck. All right.
Oh, you're done.
Just let me.
You're
sprinkle
done.
that
You
in.
got about another 2 months.
I'm not ready. I want him to stay. I'm not ready for Pence.
No,
the worst,
that piece of shit
Oh,
threw his own son under the bus. Yeah. What a fucking low-life son of a bitch, dude.
Nothing surprises me.
You tweet about the California fires being a problem with Democrats and the Democrats' issue. You son of a bitch, bro, with your orange fucking skin and fake fucking hair. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. This motherfucker, dude.
Is he making it great?
Oh, bro. For white males.
That's why I'm asking you. I wouldn't.
All right. We're going low. Fuck off. I thought we were friends. No, but I'm sick. I left to go on my little mini vacation. By the way, I went to Hard Summer. To all you fucking ravers out there, party on. But I left telling my coworker to shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about fucking Trump anymore. Like I'm done with it.
Yeah. I don't even want to hear anymore.
And
I don't even know what you're talking about. Everything that you've just ranted on, I have no idea.
I typically wouldn't, but after coming back, I felt a little more, energized.
I can handle it.
Right, without being bogged down by the man, right? But
no,
everything is just, and it's still not shocking to me. But god damn it, bro! Could someone? I don't know any person that's been ever in history as callous as him, other than fucking Hitler.
What recently happened, Sco? I know you know.
There's been so much shit. I don't even know where to begin.
I think we haven't done a sode since since the stuff with the Russians.
It's been about a week and a half.
I mean, he
since he went to Russia.
He said, he basically tweeted that his son fucked up, not him, and
right.
He had nothing to do with it.
Didn't know about it, but then said they had a meeting, XYZ, but I didn't know anything about it. They had a meeting,
but I didn't know anything about it.
The FBI indicted for insider trading one of Trump's biggest supporters. He was a congressman. I can't remember his name.
You shouldn't. He's a piece of shit too.
Yeah. Collins or something like that in New York. He was a huge Trump guy, and he just got indicted by the FBI.
Was there something going on with Giuliani?
There's always something going on with him.
I could have sworn I heard some people. I overheard some people talking about him.
They keep just going flip-flopping, lying, and all kinds of shit.
Well, he was trying to get Giuliani to shut down the Russian probe, like the Russian inquiry and shit. He he tried to tell.
Oh, they tried to impeach Rosenstein, the FBI director, but it failed, luckily. So they're trying to like get rid of these people to stop the investigation.
Right.
Yeah.
This is soap opera. Like, this is real. I mean, this is like
we couldn't have. We knew there was going to be some fuck shit when he took
for
the
sure.
office, but
For sure.
He's even surpassed the fuck shit we thought he was going to pull.
They literally edited his little press conference thing with Putin in Helsinki. The official White House version, they literally cut out a part where Putin said he answered a question, said he wanted Trump to win.
Right.
So they cut it out because it made him look bad.
And then he had his hands in the election.
Yeah, he said he was like he wanted Trump to win, and they wanted Trump to win. There's been so much shit.
Yeah,
there's male privilege, Trump.
Yeah,
100%.
He can say whatever he wants, mistreat women.
Yes,
he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and still become the president of the United States.
I'm so surprised that nobody has killed him yet. I thought for sure he would have been assassinated by now. I thought for sure. And I don't wish death upon anybody.
I think Trump haters are in general slightly more tolerant.
Yeah, we're broke.
That too.
How are you going to get to the guy? You know.
But yeah, I mean, the anti-Trump people are less of the fanatical. Like the people on the left who are fanatical, they're like we've talked about before, like fat acceptance activists and shit like that. You know what I mean? Those are like the
don't body shame me.
Yeah, like they have all these crazy like terms to describe their sexuality.
Right.
You know, like all this weird stuff. Like they're like the crazy fringe people, but then on the other side, the crazy fringe people are like they think New World Order and all all the bigger like scarier conspiracies. Yeah. So like those are more of the people. That's why you see most of the most domestic terrorists are white.
Yeah,
guys.
this is
conservative white guys.
Right. That's a good point, and actually to bring up the whole Alex Jones and his turmoil right now. Right, he's going through some shit. Right.
Yeah.
That fuck.
Alex Jones, the heavyset guy.
And he talks like this. The Dems and the Libs are
him and Joe Rogan
running us
always go back and forth. Yeah. Okay. Alex Jones. Okay.
They just actually started going back and forth. Joe Rogan didn't have much bad to say about him, except that he was a little eccentric and crazy,
fanatic. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But now
that's the only reason I know who he is from Joe Rogan. That's the
yeah. He's a peddler of. Can I
academics? He's the white.
Can I use fake news? Can I use that? Is that fitting?
Very fitting.
He's a peddler of fake news. He's a Russian fucking implant.
Every conspiracy you can think of.
This motherfucker had the nerve to say that the what's the school?
Sandy Hook.
The Sandy Hook shooting was fake, and that those kids' tears weren't real, and that they were paid for actors.
They did come out with there's a lot of paid actors even in Vegas.
That's all pushed. That's peddled.
True.
That's pushed by. That's agenda, bro.
The same people
pushed by the Russian bots.
There was the same people were there was people that had been on other tragedies that were at Vegas too, and they showed both of them.
Every once in a while, there's coincidences like that.
No, this is multiple. This is too much for a coincidence.
I don't think that's true though. I think those are photoshopped.
I hope it's not true.
No, most of those
get debunked almost instantly.
Quick. Yeah, no, I don't.
The thing with Sandy Hook, the reason that started was because the initial newscast when the shooting was still active, when they didn't know what was going on.
Right.
They like made some mistakes in saying, I think there was 2 cars or there was 2 people. It'll be like those early news mistakes because they're just trying to get the news out. And then they'll latch onto that, be like, oh, the news announced this. But it's like, if that was a conspiracy set up, they would have it airtight. They wouldn't make mistakes. They would already know, okay, this is the plot. This is what happened. They wouldn't be making these mistakes. I know there might be 2 people, but there might be this. Like, they wouldn't be making those mistakes.
Right.
Yeah, I watched a documentary about it. And they showed all this crazy stuff, and it seemed to make a lot of sense on the documentary. It was crazy.
But they're made to make sense.
They're not.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah.
No,
absolutely.
But just to get back to fucking Alex Jones though.
Yeah.
That's his.
Let me one thing though.
Yeah.
Like with the Sandy Hook thing, the terrible part about him saying it was fake is that still to this day, some of those families get harassed by conspiracy theorists. Like conspiracy theorists will be throwing death threats to to parents that lost their kid.
Yeah.
Saying, we know you're lying. We know you're
6-year-old.
lying. You're trying to destroy America. Blah blah. Like years after that, they tragically lost their kid,
disgusting.
Their child.
Like that. He's pimping news for what he wants. He's painting a picture for news, and he's like the scariest thing and the worst.
He's academics in a sense. He's just like DJ Academics in a sense, just in a
times 50,000. And he's
even worse.
Academics doesn't really make shit up though. He just he just exploits.
Yeah,
the street shit.
He's a peddler. You know what I'm saying? This dude,
Alex Jones, any conspiracy he'll latch onto.
And then not even that too. He manipulates and twerks other people's minds. You know how big InfoWars is, dude? It's huge amongst.
That's the InfoWars started off
Republicans, males.
InfoWars started off to a little less crazy.
They did.
So it just
or he did
sprinkled a little bit in and just ramped up.
Right.
To just fucking psycho shit.
The more extreme he went, the more of a following he gathered. So that's why, like, everything.
And plus, he couldn't be that extreme from the very get go. It's just like your girlfriend; she doesn't get extreme until she's got the kid or something. You know, it takes like 6 months.
So the way Alex Jones, got famous is up in the North Bay. This is like in the early '90s. He snuck into some compound, like a rich person's club, you know, like Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
So he like snuck in there and like filmed like really grainy footage of them like having a bonfire or some shit.
They're doing a seance.
Exactly. Like they're probably sacrificing fucking people. Like little boys and shit.
Yeah.
Like, so that was how he got famous. Doing that.
Now there were things he's came out with though. This is to no credit to him because I think he's a fucking horrible human being. But
there's bits of truth in there.
No, there are things that he's painted the picture that he exposed, but it's already common knowledge. Pedophilia in Hollywood is fucking everyone knows. Yeah,
we've all seen Home Alone.
But he doubles down.
Yeah,
and triples down and quadruples down. Like he
fucking just puts so much on it. Where it's like you think every single person in Hollywood is like. Like tunneling kids through their fucking mansions, like Of course, shit like that happens. I mean, that huge pedophile ring got busted in the UK.
Yeah,
like 10 years back.
There was
I
a
think,
film
and it was
in New York,
politicians
Washington,
and stuff. Yeah, but it's like it's not every single person is fucking involved. And but he tries to say it is.
Right,
every liberal's involved. Every Democrat. Hollywood. They all know that this is going on. It's like I actually had some people comment on my video the other day about one of those. Because I did a video, me and my brother did a funny video of Voodoo Donut in Portland, Oregon.
I seen that, yeah.
Yeah, so someone commented just the other day. That video came out like over a year ago. Commented the other day, said like, another Comet pizza. And I forgot what that was. I was like, what do you mean? I said, oh, what are you talking about? And then that was one of the conspiracies that Alex Jones pushed.
Right.
That this pizza place in D.C. called Comet Pizza, that there was a secret...
Pizzagate.
Yeah, exactly.
Pizzagate.
Yeah.
So
you only heard about that because of Alex Jones.
Yeah. So basically, he said there was like a basement in Comet Pizza where kids were being tortured and kept. It was
sold
like,
into slavery and shit. And,
and Hillary knew, and because Hillary, I guess,
knew, and
like Hillary went to Comet Pizza for like a photo op one time,
right?
And then they're like, oh, so and so owns that pizza place, which owns this, which owns this, and then look at this little shape on their logo. That's a pedophilia fucking thing.
Right.
And then it ended up some fanatic went into the pizza place and like shot it up.
No. That may have happened, but that shit got shut down too.
I think he might have shut it down because he was tired of.
Or the public was like, I'm not going there after we've heard so much shit about it.
The owner was just like, it's not worth it.
Fuck, he's ruined my business.
It got shot at.
Yeah.
Like someone went by and shot at
probably why
because of Alex Jones.
Yeah, it's fucking.
So like his conspiracies aren't just to tickle your fancy.
Right.
Like people are really acting and sending death threats.
He's a slimy fuck. Yeah. He's a slimy fuck. There are conspiracies that I believe in.
There's real conspiracies,
right? But
people always gravitate to the fucking.
But
the
it fucks up the ones that are true.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. It has to start questioning
shit. You
shit.
have to filter shit out.
Right. Right. Yeah. No. It's so. Yeah, good that he was pulled from iTunes, YouTube, everything
But
all
this-
platforms.
What got him to get
can't
pulled?
peddle
What did he
his
do
fucking
wrong?
Fake news.
It was
anymore.
for hate speech. 'Cause,
Yeah, okay.
I mean, he kept tiptoeing the line.
Yeah.
He would have to apologize because he would
Right.
call someone out for
Right.
or claim that someone was a pedophile or some
Yeah.
shit, and he would have to backtrack.
And those are
and-
serious allegations. You
Yeah,
can't just
exactly.
call somebody a fucking pedophile.
Yeah. And he does it
think
with
about the
such
stack of fucking subpoenas he's got for fucking to have to go to court because he's fucking said something about somebody. You know
And
what I
it's
mean?
on tape. Here, this is what you said.
Yeah,
It's Comet Ping Pong is the place. It's still open.
it's still open.
Yeah.
Okay,
They even have an event tomorrow.
really?
How much?
Yeah, I was just wondering.
What's the entry
How do you
fee?
get into the basement? No, but
You got to bring the eggs still?
Dude. Yeah, that's I
no,
don't,
but yeah, he's peddling dangerous shit. And
Yeah.
it's like there are real conspiracies. That's what I mean. I think we've talked about it before, but like that's what pisses me off about certain situations. There's real conspiracies,
Right.
But people latch on to the intriguing ones, even though it's way less believable. And it's like
Eddie Bravo?
private prison system. That's a real conspiracy.
that's not
a
a conspiracy. That's the fact.
Yeah.
When we use conspiracy though,
It's
we
not
have to look
facts.
in, no, yeah, exactly. Well, it's not.
It's not.
It hasn't been
it's a
proven to be
narrative.
a fact.
It's a narrative
Yeah, I
that
mean,
hasn't
that's-
been proven.
But the
I
thing
don't
about
think that's not what the word means, but I guess people would say it different. Conspiracy theory, I guess. would
That-
be-
you know that word was-
conspiracy theory is when it's not proven, but
That was a created-
conspiracy is just the act.
Well, people
But
are
that was a-
conspiring to hold the truth back.
yeah,
Right. Well, conspiracy theory was actually even created by government intelligence agency. They brought that up.
Propaganda.
Right. To persuade people to think differently while reading a headline. But that was brought up by like the CIA created that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like the thing about it is and we've talked about fucking conspiracies before, and things have gotten a little weird. But the only thing that makes me somewhat an easy target to believe certain things is when the certain thing is something that's been happening in American history since forever.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for me to jump off of that and not believe something that I'm hearing because it's kind of American history. That's what we've done.
Well, so
No,
much.
I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
I understand that, but we came to this understanding before. Is my point is case by case basis.
Sure.
So I think it's dangerous to believe everything, and I think it's dangerous to disbelieve
dismiss,
everything.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
feel like you got to take it case by case. When a certain situation happens that's in the news,
Right.
I'm not instantly going to be like, oh, it's a false flag, it's actors, it's blah blah blah. But at
No.
the same time, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, that's exactly what happened.
No,
like
no,
you
no,
got to
no.
keep an open mind
Right.
both ways. But I feel like
And like you said, source too. You have to look
Yeah,
at where
exactly.
you're hearing these things.
Yeah.
So many different things have to come into
But
play. you
that's
know?
very true. But sources matter to their ratings. So
Thank you.
really,
Exactly.
a source doesn't mean shit. You could be getting it from any outlet, and if their ratings aren't being boosted, then it's only going to be a relevant topic to them at the time if they think it's going to boost their ratings. It's not. They're not going to tell us, in order for the United States of America to start a war and get Americans to back a war, we're going to let 9/11 happen. They're not. That's not going to be a part of getting the ratings or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So like that, like things like that, and what America's done in the past to, create conflicts or wars. It's not far fetched. Some things aren't far fetched.
Definitely,
not. I'm not saying it's
I only get upset
100%.
when people just instantly jump to the conspiracy. Like, damn,
Right.
like there's video footage of this.
Yeah, there's
what
like
the-
there's one big piece of evidence that debunks everything, but they won't hear that evidence or
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
manipulate it in some way
Exactly.
to find a reason that pieces their narrative together.
Sure.
Yeah,
I see what you're
the
saying.
thing is, like, people instantly jump to that, and it just doesn't. I don't know. I forgot where I was going with this. I totally lost it. I
Oh,
lost
fuck.
that whole thought.
It was
Yeah,
a good one, though. It was
'cause
a fucking good one.
No, I liked what he said, and I lost it. I don't.
Well, when
know.
it comes back, we'll stop what we're doing.
We'll stop what we're doing so we can hear that shit.
yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
it's just if there's certain, you know, like, and especially in this day and age we're living in right now with everything going on behind the media.
Yeah.
And you know how we spoke about with you know the last podcast that we did with the young girl whose throat was slit at the BART, you know what I mean, and how media can manipulate your thought process, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, get it out now. Let's get it out now.
I said this on that podcast.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that is our civic duty, and a lot of it is our fault that the media doesn't cater to us because we jump to the crazy shit.
Sure.
We'll gloss over like some boring political shit and then be like, "Oh, which Kardashian's pregnant?" Like,
Alex,
you know what I mean?
Alex wouldn't have had a platform unless we gave him one.
Yeah, exactly. So the media caters to us. So I lean more towards that as citizens, we don't do our civic duty to like pay attention and shit.
Right.
As opposed to there's a huge conspiracy where all the media's in on it and they're all trying to push a narrative.
Yeah.
Because the way it's supposed to be in not just media, but just in life, in society, in this neighborhood.
Sure.
Every person is there's supposed to be checks and balances. Like every neighbor pays attention and makes sure like there's not a sex dungeon in the house on the corner. You know what I mean? Like everyone does their duty. So like the media is supposed to be like that. Like if
I live in the hood, I wish it was like that, but I live in such a hood. Nobody. Yeah. Everybody just, I mean, there could, I'm not fucking kidding. You know where I live. There could be a sex dungeon across the street. Yeah. I've lived there how many years? I've never got one of these.
If you caught whiff of something, it's supposed to be your civic duty
to expose
do something about that.
Sure.
So like the media, like if NBC comes out with some report and it's totally bullshit.
Right.
Said, you know, Iran fucking flew a jet over this aircraft carrier. They're trying to spur war, and it's total bullshit. It's just the government wants to go to war with Iran, so they're making shit up, right? If NBC says that, then CNN or Fox, whoever the fuck, is supposed to call that out. Be like, no, this is actually bullshit.
Be right.
So they're supposed to be checks and balances, and they are in competition.
So they double down. They typically double down.
Oh, Fox said that, so we got to say it now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, not so much. Not so much Fox.
I'm just giving any example. It wasn't.
No, I know what you mean.
Fox is at this point. Fox is almost total propaganda.
All of
it's just a wing of the. It's almost like the public. Wing. It's the propaganda.
But the thing about it is if somebody that high up on that that has that kind of stature, that has that kind of foundation, can peddle that shit, right? Then they're in competition with someone who can peddle worse. Yeah. And you know what I mean? For every market there's opponents. You know what I'm saying? If you're
that's why there's supposed to be checks and balances.
Yeah, but
like or there's supposed to be like almost every, maybe not almost every, but a lot of major conspiracies that got aired out and someone blew the whistle. It was like an investigative journalist who uncovered some shit. Right. You know what I mean? And that's their reputation is everything. That's their career.
Absolutely.
And that's how it's supposed to be. So I feel like just as citizens, we're supposed to do that.
Right.
If your mayor fucks up, then vote them out.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And too many of us don't do our duty. And that's why with the government, like the reason a lot of people automatically distrust the government, but I don't, because it's made up of individuals, tens of thousands of individuals. And I'm hoping that
out of those individuals,
if 15 of them conspire to do some fucking wild shit,
right,
another 15 around them will expose it. And that's not always going to happen, but
it's a lot larger government than, you know what I mean? Yeah, those numbers.
And back to Alex Jones, the people were saying, I'm all for free speech. I don't like political correctness. I think everyone should be able to say whatever the fuck they want. I think even these fucking piece of shit white supremacists, they should be able to say what they want, because
censorship is going to be the death.
Exactly.
Of
You're
humanity.
Supposed to like the way I see it, when like someone says some fucking stupid shit like a white supremacist, instead of me wanting to jail them or fucking kill them or some shit like that, I want to like debate them and say, no, this is why you're stupid.
Right.
And you're sort of going to be ostracized for this in your community.
Right.
And so people are saying this is a free speech thing, but it's not.
See,
like, first of all, Alex Jones these companies are private companies. Free speech only applies to the public. That's public spaces.
Right.
That's the government. The government can't tell him what to say.
Right.
That's free speech. It's not YouTube saying,
but
allowing them to say or do whatever. Otherwise, there'd be porn all over YouTube.
Right. But now with the precedent that they set, they could yank anything off the net, dude.
But they can. They're a private company. They can do whatever they want.
So what you think is considered free speech on your vlog could be yanked because they find something offensive just themselves, right? And the reason why I think that's a scary place to be is because if that's a step they're taking now, then eventually there'll be steps that they take to jail people who speak freely, right? You know what I mean?
The leap there that's a private company making that decision.
Sure.
And to turn that into legislation wouldn't be.
I don't think, but with the government that with the president that we have now, and
anything's on the table.
Exactly, dude. So,
but he'll try. But I mean, the thing is, like, those terms of service have always been there with YouTube.
Yeah.
He's not the first to get yanked. He won't be the last.
Yeah.
This has happened.
Well, what took them so long, in your opinion?
Probably because it was making money.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I mean? And he tiptoed the line. He didn't straight up come out and just start saying the N-word, calling people names.
No, but he said a whole. But he's been saying ragheads and shit like that about.
Was he?
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah,
now.
Then he should have been yanked a long time ago.
Yeah,
but not necessarily. He gets to have his lane.
But this
but it's YouTube.
Yeah.
It's a private company.
Oh shit! Sorry.
He forgot all about his mic, people.
No. So Bird said that he should have his lane.
He should.
But it's YouTube,
I'm
but YouTube
biased
is a
in my
private
decisions.
Company.
Right,
YouTube
sure.
is a private company.
Just like a restaurant, we have the right to refuse business
exactly
for anybody.
Yeah.
Now the scary thing is if places like YouTube get a monopoly on everything, but right now they don't, but they could.
Sure.
But the thing is, Alex Jones, he has enough money, he has a big enough fan base, he can host the videos himself.
Right.
And then nobody can tell him shit, except then maybe his hosting, wherever he buys the hosting, they might not want to host it. But you're playing with fire when you're peddling hate speech and crazy shit.
Right. Usually, if you're gonna be that far outside of the box, you'd probably do it yourself anyway.
Sure.
Get a little something like what we're doing.
Exactly.
So
because
anybody who backs him is basically okaying what he's saying.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, yeah.
Absolutely.
But this is the thing, though. This is the thing, and the rhetoric that he fucking
puts out there. My whole point to this was how big was would you say Adam Jones? Alex Jones. How big was his following during Obama's?
Huge.
That's when
it grew.
That's when it. Whoa.
Because he was saying.
Because I was thinking
Obama
maybe
was a secret
once we
Muslim.
got the president,
and that he wasn't born in the United States.
He's lowered standards big time. It seems like the racism, all the racist people are like, you mean we can actually say how we feel?
That's Trump.
Kind of
allowing that.
That's what I was. I was asking. Did he come in?
This is the thing.
Did this guy Alex Jones blow up since Trump? But since you guys are saying
Trump legitimized a lot of what he was doing. So Trump on the campaign trail fucked with Alex Jones.
Right, heavy.
When he got into the White House,
he distanced himself.
He gave Alex Jones a press pass.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
So InfoWars, this bullshit company, had a press pass.
Yeah.
So they're sitting next to all the established media outlets who have a track record of upholding standards.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you got this guy that's saying, Obama's a secret Muslim terrorist and he's trying to destroy.
But as of
the United
late,
States
though,
from inside.
he's distanced himself from him, dude. He doesn't really.
They did.
You know what I mean? Like that's
a lot of people are distancing themselves from Trump because I think they see the wheels coming off.
Right.
So I think there's going to be, especially now, it's going to keep ramping up. The GOP, the core GOP, is going to try to pivot away from him to try to save their party.
Right. Because they know they're not going to win the next election for sure.
I mean, unless Trump is still there somehow and the races come out to play again.
The thing about it, though, too, is, and the point that I don't want to forget before, because we're going to end up having to put some wrappings on this in a minute. One thing about the peddling horrible shit, racism, people are entitled to their opinions. That's the first thing that I'll say. Second thing I'll say is someone coming out and saying however they feel about a certain type of person that practices a religion. that isn't theirs, or
you
a race.
should be able to say whatever you want,
right? But the thing
but
about
you're not
it
free
is,
of the consequences that from what you've fired up.
no
A
doubt.
private
But
company
the
might
thing
wanna
about it
distance
is, no. The
themselves.
consequences,
Or you might get two-pieced on your way to the car.
But see, that's the thing though. The consequences that lead to someone having their opinion that may not embody what we believe, right? You giving them a reaction is giving them that. So with me,
yeah.
I don't want to give a racist any fuel. So I'm not having a conversation or a debate in order to change a racist mind, right?
Yeah.
You guys seen the dude? Do you see the Netflix special? The guy who's converted fucking Klan members, like
I
Grand
haven't
Wizards.
watched it yet, but I wanted to.
I don't.
I've watched similar.
I don't
type of
recall the
things.
guy's name, black dude, but he talks to them and he tells them, "Look, I don't want to change your mind. I just want you to spend some time with me
and see where I'm coming from."
No, just let's talk about other shit. We don't need to talk about the division in the country. We don't need to talk about races. We don't need to talk about any of that. I just want you to understand me and what I do on a day-to-day to prove to you that I'm not what you think I am, and what makes up your hate for this, this race. I want to just show you what I do day-to-day and how I function so that we got a lot of similarities.
Yeah, we're more alike than we're not alike.
Right. Yeah. But when you go in trying to, and this is with anything, I think, with any topic that someone disagrees on with another person, when you go in trying to change their mind about that topic, you're not winning.
Well, it's egotistical.
You're gonna lose.
It's egotistical to even think you have that power.
That's what I'm saying. But but taking that completely off the table, you'll probably be able to, shape them.
Yeah.
Without trying to change their mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you're dealing with people's feelings and emotion.
Right.
Like having a debate like you're in debate class, like it doesn't work very well.
Because it's not when you're trying to force feed.
Well, there's mediators and there's rules.
Yeah.
When we're out on the street, it's kind of primitive. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You see what's going on all over the place right now, dude. It's like in Seattle and Washington, they're clashing with police officers. Antifa's coming out bashing fucking the alt-right.
Real?
Is it? I don't know.
I've never seen anything Antifa except from right-wing conspiracy shit.
Dude, but they were out there in Oakland.
I thought that was like fake. Like a couple people wore masks and tried to rile people.
They were out there in Berkeley.
Yeah, I thought that was
so they so you're saying
people pay them to like rile people up, or they just go because wasn't one of them the Antifa people who got arrested at Berkeley? He was like some white conservative guy.
I didn't hear anything,
but he was pretending to be Antifa to like rile.
That's possible.
Rile it up.
There's nothing impossible right now.
Or to spoil their name, kind of like they did with what they did with the Occupy movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right,
like infiltrators.
Yeah,
that might be
paid infiltrators to ruin the cause.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just homeless, crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
The next time he leans back like that, just let him keep off the camera. Then, dude.
What I was gonna say,
you
mentioned we didn't get to it real quick. Is there's a very good chance that Alex Jones was either being paid or put up.
He's a Russian operative.
by the Russians.
Yeah.
There's a very I think something will come out.
Right.
I think something will come out.
Someone I work with is strongly opinionated with it. And I listened to the Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, and he said some things that, maybe it's how his mannerisms and how he comes off that were convincing.
Joe Rogan's even lost a lot of people because of his ties with Alex Jones. And he's talked on that. And
but
now everything you guys are saying, now it makes more sense.
But it's very possible that he is a Russian plant, and we're gonna just leave that on the table right there and let you guys just sop that up with a biscuit. Because what time are we looking at right now?
1:15.
All right, we're gonna put some wrappings on this one. We're gonna go for round 2. Is that possible?
They're not supposed to know that.
Well,
we're all gonna switch shirts.
Yeah, this was the worst way to end the podcast.
Yeah,
in the history of ending podcasts.
It wasn't.
Except for there was a worse one.
No, they don't know about that one yet.
No, and actually, no, it wasn't. because we've had way worse. But thanks for pointing that out, though. We'll get back to you. This is episode 55 in the books.
Don't forget to like, subscribe,
Yeah,
tell a friend.
Finessors, it's down,
Right.
Down over
in the books. We're wrapping this fucking ugly. In the books.
Yeah.
The humble finessers on air with